Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Mike Canistero sticks around with an update on the whereabouts of Pandy Kaufman. Dale Blomquist agrees that we've given up on this show and just counts down. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
You live here?
Yes.
Well, maybe you know what a zombie is.
When a person dies and is buried, it seems there's certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
How horrible.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
All right, we're back on the Life Radio Show. It's a new hour. We've got to do better.
It is.
That's okay. It's okay, Mike. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're back. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in the studio with Dale Blomquist and Mike Canistero, still living the dream here on WWSU.
Yeah. It's been fun for an hour and 6 minutes and 17 seconds.
So it's like 106.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
It'd be 106.23.
The Life is a time-traveling radio show, and that's the way I like it.
Yeah,
I've set it up that way.
I wish someone would bring us some lunch.
We've got the DeLorean going 88 miles an hour, and we're here.
I could really go for like a taco right now.
Some lunch. Some
lunch would be great.
Well,
Come to the studio and give us some.
I stopped by Wendy's on the way in tonight, and I do have a complaint. If you're going to the drive-through window and your bill is over $20, you should park and walk your big ass inside the door and get your stuff inside, because you're holding up the rest of the world.
So it's a self-prophecy kind of thing?
No, that's not, because when I'm going through for just a sandwich, I don't need to wait for you to feed your 1,300 illegitimate children at the house.
Yeah,
and there's always, when you order that many things, something's going to hang something up, and then you're just
exactly.
They'll tell you to pull over sometimes, like go out there and we'll bring it to you.
Well, they didn't at the Wendy's across the way here.
Across the way. That's
across the
very
way.
Specific.
Yes, and then they know who they are.
They know,
and they know what they've done.
Yeah, especially tomorrow.
Especially tomorrow.
They're like open till 10 o'clock.
They will hear it tomorrow again.
So we would have time to go today,
right?
If we knew what time it was.
Well, yeah, because all this is happening tomorrow, so they're probably serving just fine today.
Yeah,
because I'm putting this warning out tonight, so that by tomorrow when I go there, they'll already know.
I think that by the time this thing airs at the 12 o'clock show, they'll have ruminated upon this,
right?
And then they
will decide that they no longer want to disappoint their local DJs.
I think tomorrow is going to be a much better show.
God, I hope.
Tomorrow. This is going to be so much better tomorrow.
Well,
it's the same thing.
I have another gripe, and this is about all fast food places.
Yeah.
When I go through and I hand you my money, and you give me my change, let me put it away, then start handing me my stuff. But they hand me my change and my receipt, and they hand me all at the same time. It's just like they're throwing crap in my car.
I get it.
They're not even giving you a chance to put anything away. You don't have a chance to put your drink in the cup holder, and you got a bag stuck to the side of your face, and your change is on the ground.
I switched to using my card all the time because I guess I was following a stripper, and as I got my change, it was all glitter-covered ones and oily, greasy things.
Dale says, I guess I was following a stripper. It's called stalking.
Yeah.
You should stop that.
I totally feel what you're saying, and then I have a technique for that for you. So, they give you your change back, and then they're shoving your food at the same time. My tactic is just go slow down a little bit, and then just look at them like this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that
with more visual references. That's what I do, and then after next time, no problem at all.
Yeah, but the next time they spit in your food, only do that with one
Yeah.
that you don't. That's like out of town that you're probably not going to go to again.
Saliva-y the time I went
saliva-y.
back. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's a
chili was. I'm like, is there? I went back and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that I didn't order this much saliva.
Yeah. Well, there's a certain amount that you expect.
I mean, of my own.
Especially in the chili,
Leave your window up and open your door to get the food, like all of us.
Like who?
Like all of us. That way, there's no way they can. You got plenty of time because your window's already up and your door's out there, unless you're going to reach around to get it.
I feel like none of what we're saying right now is going to help anybody tomorrow because they've already eaten their lunch. Now it's 1:10:25.
That's true. Well, it might help somebody because Dale just said basically give the drive-through guy a reach around.
And that's going to make someone smile.
Service.
That's going to make someone smile
that's going to make somebody's day right there.
A couple of the workers there are waiting right now. They're like, I'm not even going home tonight.
I like this Dale guy. I wonder when he's coming through again.
Oh, he's coming through again. Write a jingle about that. Have it your way.
Well, yeah, but he's been pinged. He's been tagged, given a shark and a reach around. Yeah. He's going to walk out of here a happy man.
Those are some of my favorite things.
he's going to cry now.
Some of my favorite
get him a Kleenex.
things.
Not for... Oh, he's got his own. That's it.
Yeah. No dollar menu on that one, is there? No, probably for Dale there is. He's on the dollar menu.
Yep.
For reach around.
Oh, that's the stripper he was following. That's actually her stage
name.
It's Dollar Menu. Coming to the stage, guys.
Dollar Menu.
Dollar Menu. That's the Tuesday morning stripper.
Ironically, she's got 4 nuggets. Hey-o. Hey-o. I don't even know what that means. So it's okay to say it here.
Yeah.
Well, we're allowed to say it when it's after 8. What time is it?
8. I don't know. I gotta stop.
So we are allowed to push the envelope a little more.
That's
tonight,
right,
aren't we?
Because this is the time the life has gone prime time.
That's true.
It's prime time. It's almost like late night. When we go on late night?
Yeah, that'll be the next step.
I know. That's when you know you suck. Yeah. You're like, what are you doing at the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock?
Why don't you come on my show?
What are you doing at this? Like, my next time slot is 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Like 3:47 a.m. 23 seconds.
Now, that'll be a quality show.
I know you can be on my show because you're not working between 1 and 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, he used to.
Now
he doesn't.
Yeah.
So he worked at that other.
That's when he didn't have
place.
fire safe clothes.
Hospital-ish kind of thing. Tell you one hospital I never go to is Sycamore Hospital. I mean, that just the name.
Yeah. You're supposed to get better.
Hospital.
And that's counterintuitive.
Hospital.
Yeah.
That's where I want to go. They should change that.
I just sick of them altogether.
Sick of all hospitals. Yeah. They smell wonderful, though, don't they? All of them.
Oh, yeah. The antiseptic death
What
smell.
is it that you guys use in those things?
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, I mean,
they mop the floor with
just in case you
they
fall there.
They want to preserve everything.
Just in case you fall there, you're already embalmed.
Yeah. That's right.
It's what's in ice cubes and everything. Just like, well, we're just getting ready for the inevitable.
Yep, just saving time.
We
like to think ahead.
We like to skip the middleman.
Yeah, we like to think outside the box or the coffin.
I like how I'm looking at Don through these microphones.
Yeah,
more visual
you look
references.
Like an 80s punk band. Isn't it? I'm waiting for you to go.
David Bowie. You people watching have no clue what we're talking about, but it's,
or you people that are listening.
You people watching have no idea that this is a radio show.
You people watching have no idea what you're listening to.
Yeah, we just made a Devo reference. How much better can it get?
And it'll be on the website. You'll get a chance to watch the podcast, right?
That's true. Yeah. That's true. It'll be and tomorrow. Well, wait. This is tomorrow's show already.
Right.
Sure.
I forgot.
Yeah, we're giving up on tonight's show.
Well, it was bad. It was bad. Did you see the guys that were on?
We are bailing.
We got to mop up after those guys from last night. I can't. I hate following those guys. They're awkward. It's like an open mic show. Oh my God, I can't follow that Don Smith guy at night.
I followed him before, but I don't want to follow him anymore.
Can't believe. I'm going to listen tomorrow.
Good. You
Yeah.
might see if
I'll be
somebody
like-
different's on.
I don't hate myself enough now, so I think tomorrow at noon I'll just listen to what's going on.
Yeah, why not?
I like the new link. You listen in, you click the play button, and it works now, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I
Most of
share
the
it.
time it does. Yeah.
Most of the time it. Yeah, most.
Well,
I'll take.
Patrick's been working his butt off getting everything
Good.
going in here. Yeah,
Good.
we got all new controls over here. He's on it.
Yeah, ashes
Patrick's
are still
on it.
here, and
Yeah, the ashes are still here.
scrap paper, and a,
Jess isn't here to snort them, so.
oh man, someone snorted that.
Well, it was accidental.
That's right. You told me that story.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like falling off the stage at the comedy club. You know,
Well,
you
unless
dump
it's
the
you.
ashes on yourself.
You
yeah.
did it, yeah.
Yeah, I did it, but it was on purpose.
Well, that was,
So
it was a different kind of accident.
that was a fun show.
Yeah.
You were great, man. that was extremely funny.
I was
That's
hoping
the
it
best
would
I've
be,
ever seen you.
Yeah, when it wasn't my material.
When it
that's
wasn't
great.
you. Yeah, it's the best. When you were doing that
when you
character,
were
that was the
pretending to
best
be
thing you've
somebody
ever
else,
done.
that was the best I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it's what the people. I love that. You know that panda thing you do?
Yeah.
That's the best stuff you've ever done. When you put a costume on and go
Yeah.
talk a different voice. That's the best thing I've ever seen you do. Yeah, okay, great.
How's Pandy been, by the way?
He's still in my basement, but I told the guy I sold him once, so I wouldn't have to do it.
Because I was still waiting to do the whole Pandy Kaufman Pony Clifton thing, but it just never materialized.
It could, but I just needed a break.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Oh yeah.
it's one of those
Yeah,
things.
speaking of Devo,
And I love Devo.
that was Hazmat Guy, wasn't it?
Actually, to be honest
That's
with
pretty
you,
close, yeah.
Hazmat Guy was the same outfit as the old Devo, but it was by pure chance because my dad was doing some painting and he went to the dollar store and they had 13.
So you weren't really the bass player for Devo.
I was not. That's the guy from Akron there, one of the, I forgot his name, one of the brothers. Devo. One of the
I know him. I know the brother.
That was Mr. Devo and his
Right.
brother,
No,
Mr.
it's not.
Devo.
It's not. I forgot his name. Damn, I'm a big fan too.
I seen him on
Obviously,
Fridays, right? Isn't that where Devo was?
Yeah. Well, Devo. Well, on Fridays the show with the videos. You mean the TV show Fridays? They had a video on Fridays. Never mind. So anyhow,
Well, this show's going to be on Wednesday.
this show's going to be on Wednesday, and right now it's like 1:17:24. But the thing
25.
is,
I thought you guys were going to switch.
It's too complicated.
Yeah,
we
true.
can't get.
Yeah,
we can't.
you don't
Don't
wanna-
typecast us.
I would just have to keep asking. I said, line.
It's happening at any time now. But anyhow, the Hazmat Guy outfit very much resembled the old Devo outfits, but it was by pure coincidence. Although
Everything
I felt
but the hat.
the inspiration of it. Well, the hat was just a shower cap. That was a
No, I
slam
mean
on
the
hip.
Devo hat, the little.
Oh no, that was the other
The parking cone?
incarnation.
Yeah.
There were several incarnations of Devo. First, they started out in yellow suits, which were hazmat suits. Then they went to the red hats.
Right.
Then they went to the plastic hair. Any Devo fans, call in right now, even if it's tomorrow. And then they went. Now they had the blue hats, and now they had these weird, strange. Just go to Devo and on Google and type in Devo, and you'll see all their different.
That is
uniforms.
really more about Devo than I ever thought I would know.
Oh, but Devo was before they sold out. They were very edgy and very
Really?
yeah. They were punk.
I'll try to find some of that stuff.
They were punk. Go look at the old Devo. And
Now,
I would
when
say
was it that they sold out?
with Whip It?
With Whip It? Okay,
Whip It.
that's kind of what I figured. Their first
Whip It. They went new
their
wave.
first only commercial success, really?
Pretty much. And
Yeah.
then after that, they had a couple. They kind of dwindled down from
Yeah.
there. But they were really they're from Akron, so they're from around here. But they were weirdos. They're artistic weirdos, and they didn't even want to do music. They did art with music. It was the kind of thing. And actually, the documentary said they got paid to leave once.
They got
They got
paid to
paid by the
leave.
club to leave. That's how much they were loved.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my new gimmick.
We've found your edge now. That's what.
Yeah. That was way too much Devo for what anybody wants here at on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. On a Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. Yeah.
I'm giving up on Tuesday nights.
I don't blame you.
The heck with it.
I
no
mean,
one's calling. No one's even walking by.
We talked about the clock. We talked about Devo. We've talked about Wendy's fast food. Really, I mean, how much more informative a radio show can we be?
40 more
I
minutes.
don't know.
40 more minutes.
We give and give and give.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. We just keep giving. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all about the charity of it all.
Yeah. I miss Pandy. Pandy was entertaining.
Well, he's still in my basement.
And Uncle Eon, we haven't heard
that was
from him
actually
in a while.
from Father Time. The guy frustrated me so much I invented a character to be like him.
Yeah.
And you know how easy that is to do? You just act like an old person, and not that there's anything wrong with
Sorry, Dale.
Sorry, Dale. Dale's like my age. Ish. But you just ramble, and it was just, you just make up. It's amazing when you just have no aim in anything to say how easy it is to talk,
I've been doing this for 3.5 years now.
Yeah. I mean, it's
just rambling
kind of like
with
this.
no idea.
It's very much like this.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this is the
Uncle Eon,
old Uncle Eon-ish radio show.
And if he was here,
welcome back to Old Man Radio.
If he was here, he would say 8:21, 18.
Yes, that's what you say. You say 8:21. Oh man, I tell you about 8:21. That was August 21st of 1927. Yes, that's when my grandmother joined the Marines.
The Marines.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So, sorry, I just had to keep turning you up because Uncle Eon's a little quiet.
Yeah, no, screw that. He's gone. Yeah. He's dead.
Yeah. I wasn't telling.
No,
I wasn't telling
his,
you to bring him back.
Sorry,
I mean,
no,
I've been hoping you'd kill him off for years.
Yep. So,
do you validate?
No, I'm completely invalid.
Okay. Just a question I had from earlier.
He said it wrong. Invalid.
Yeah,
he's completely invalid.
Yeah, we invalidate here. You came in thinking you knew what you were, and we destroyed
When are you going to
that.
read the election results for coroner, county coroner?
County coroner?
Yeah.
We need to find out. Was that one that was up? I didn't.
I don't know. That was just that's a
which,
new
which
bit
county?
I'm trying
Because
out.
I didn't
actually.
see him for Miami County. I didn't see him, but
no.
But then I voted a Republican ticket. That could have been the Democratic coroner, and there just wasn't a Republican running in the primaries. It could have been a Democrat against like a Libertarian, and I didn't get to vote.
A Libertarian coroner would be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, well, they'd just kind of be laying around. It'd just be dead bodies everywhere. It's like, they'll bury themselves if they decide to. I don't
let
care.
them bury themselves. I like that.
It's
A
not my
Libertarian
business.
coroner.
Yeah,
That's
who are
Mother
you
Earth.
to say?
That's Mother Earth's problem right there.
Who
Mother
are you
Earth
to
will take
say
care
that-
of him.
I think our government shouldn't be deciding who gets buried.
It's true. Yeah, it's not. It's our right to
Exactly.
figure out if we
It's-
want to be buried or
It's
not.
a corpse's right to lay there and rot if that's what they choose to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. And then ants will eat your face, but that's your own choice.
Yeah.
I like it. So far. Yeah.
Libertarian corpse, I think was be.
I think
that's
that clock is slow.
That clock
I'll
is
be at the
very
Blue Note
slow
Bistro a week from
Yeah.
now.
If anybody calls in, I've got a weekend family pass for up to 8 people to come to the Memorial Weekend shows at Wiley's.
Nice.
So call if you want them. Don't call if you don't.
Hold on.
If you don't
Hold
want
on.
don't
Wait
call.
for it. It's coming.
Yeah, we're going to get
We're
this
on
flooded.
We're
gonna
on a
get
10-hour
inundated.
delay, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're on it's a 10-hour
We're on
delay.
a
show.
10-hour
They'll start
delay.
calling in tomorrow, and we'll be.
Well, tomorrow
We
can
must
call.
have said some pretty bad words to have a 10-hour buffer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, this isn't even coming out until tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, exactly. We think we're broadcasting live now. They actually cut our feed at like 6:55. before we even.
It's like the nurse's home.
So now we're really going to use time? We're really going to use time now? 6:50? Mike, you could read it again.
No, I'm not reading it again.
No, Mike's done reading it. You scolded him.
I'm done
enough.
reading it again.
I think it's
That's
time
how
to
it
take
goes.
a little. I think it's time to take a little break.
I don't know. I thought we were just picking up steam right there.
Right. That's why it's time to take a break. We got to cut this
keep
crap
them leaving.
out.
Keep them leaving more.
Keep them
Well,
leaving
the
more.
phone is ringing so much.
Yeah, always keep them leaving more.
Leave them. Well, we keep them leaving some more.
That's great.
Always keep them leaving more.
See, I was going to take a break. Now I don't want to, but I got to.
Well, we got to keep them leaving more.
We got to keep them leaving more. So don't leave anymore, and we'll be back here shortly.
You know, the only is I am is a scientist. Got an 8-stage rocket with a pair of chicken wings. Whisper from my disco.
Go, John!
That's the sweet stuff, man. Got an 8-stage rocket with a pair of chicken wings. Whisper from my disco.
There's a reason they call them lazy Sundays. There's nothing better than sitting around and enjoying the comforts of a good book. But what book should that be? Well, every Sunday, Eventide brings you The Bookseller, hosted by Jessica Gillen. Each week, Jessica breaks down a different book and tells you everything you need to know before cracking it open and getting lost in a whole new world. Tune in every Sunday for The Bookseller with Jessica Gillen, brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
They say, see a broad to get that booty yak 'em, leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em. Cole got to be. Yo, shit.
All right.
I didn't know it was going to cut in.
We are back on the Life Radio Show. I had to play a little bit Mr. Wiggly's Exploration Launch.
You bet.
Dayton's #1 space funk band.
Space funk band.
Absolutely.
We are still #1 on the charts.
Still #1.
It's actually Western New York's space funk band. It's me and my brother, so we split both areas.
So it's both. It's Dayton's and.
Well, actually, we're not listed in Western New York, but we're going to break into that area.
Oh, so you're just trying to.
Things are very fluid right now. I know we recorded that song 4 years ago in my basement.
But it's just starting to break. Huh? It's just starting to break. It's starting to get you out there.
It's starting to pick up some steam. Yeah, we have some fans.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get some radio play every now and then.
Yeah, we get some play.
He's only been here once the last 3 years. So once every 3 years, we play that damn thing on the radio.
That's right. Yeah. No,
I play it every now and then. I'll play some Mr. Wiggly's every now and then, just for silliness.
It's kind of like Tiny Tim meets Garage Funk.
So he don't play my spot anymore.
Well, I don't blame him.
I should have. I got it on there still. We might have to do that after a while.
That's what we close
After a while.
with. That's your closer.
Yeah, that's our closer.
Non-committal. Very non-committal. After a while. Let's do that at some point in time.
At some juncture.
If something ever happened.
Yeah, we will.
We would have to do that.
There was some spilled on the board, and we had to go to something real quick.
And it shorted out, and it just happened by itself. We might have to do that.
Thanks, Mike. You gave away my trade secrets.
This is the meanest show I've ever been on.
No, it ain't.
Okay, so let's do an election story.
I love elections.
Yeah.
That's his joke. I stole David's joke.
Let's do a riddle election story.
A little.
In a sign that Americans may have had it with human candidates, a squirrel has won a seat in the University of California, Berkeley Student Senate, and it's driving some people nuts. 37 candidates ran for 20 student spots in this month's election at the Associated Students of University of California, including, quote, Furry Boy, B-O-I. Furry Boy. His so-called human proxy is sophomore Stephen Boyle, who wore a squirrel costume to campaign as Furry Boy. The Student Senate can affect critical university issues such as tuition hikes and sexual harassment policies. Furry Boy's candidacy, and I know you have a squirrel joke. I think it's you, right?
I got plenty of squirrel jokes.
Okay.
You want to know how many nipples they got? I know.
That too. Furry Boy's candidacy was announced on Facebook last month. The post said the squirrel had been conceived in the campus eucalyptus grove and hoped to, quote, represent the squirrel community in the UC Berkeley political sphere. Furry Boy's platform includes more access to acorns, creating a squirrel sidekick mascot named Nutty McNutnut.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly. For increased biodiversity, encouraging safe spaces for students and squirrels, and launching the Amicable Student Society, or ASS, to, quote, bridge the culture gap between humans and squirrels. Furry Boy also said he hoped to create squirrel cuisine stations in all dining halls and make lecture halls squirrel accessible. His most popular hashtags were hashtag I'm with fur and hashtag why nut.
Well, squirrels taste good, so that's nice of him to get the squirrel dining.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Granny Clampett. You millennials out there will not know what the Beverly Hillbillies are.
And when they hear Granny Clampett, some of them might think that's an order. I don't even know. How do you Granny Clampett?
Where I come from, we eat the squirrel sandwiches with the tails on.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't tickle your throat?
It does a little bit. You get used to it. Yeah. You get used to it, but it's all good.
Just
we didn't dress up in costumes or nothing because that's stupid.
Yeah, that's just weird.
That's just weird, guys.
And elect one to Student Senate.
Oh, man.
That's
Andy
just
Kaufman
nuts.
is just ruminating on this right now, what he could have done in the primary.
That is true, because I always hope that, what's his name? I can't even think of his name. The guy that ran for president a while back with the boot on his head. I cannot think of his name. Yeah, the guy had a rubber boot on his head, had a big long beard, and he ran on a unicorn campaign. That was he was running for president on a unicorn platform.
That's funny.
It was your personal identification unicorn.
Yeah.
You had to keep it with you and nobody could steal it. That was your identity. It was to cut down on identity theft. So long as you had your unicorn, nobody could steal your ID.
Interesting.
Yeah. I cannot
I wish he would have won because a lot of this would have been stopped.
Exactly. It would have been fantastic. See, I got to find his name now because it's going to drive me nuts.
When do we find out who won county coroner? Who won the county coroner election?
The Democrat did. Yeah. Didn't he? Didn't he? Yeah. So death for everybody now.
Yeah. When you had the whole morgue voting for you.
That's true. That's true.
See, that's what I say.
He's up against some stiff competition.
It is some stiff competition. Hey, oh, ha-cha-cha-cha.
See, I'm trying to find this guy. I can't think of his name, so I'm putting in unicorn platform in Google.
Well,
and I got some lovely shoes.
Nice. That is.
That's all.
Well, I mean, it's 1:34 in the afternoon.
Yep, it's time. Yeah, we're going to go past this. Moving on. A monkey can't sue over copyright infringement of his selfies because he's not human and therefore has no standing to do so. A federal court appeals court ruled on Monday. I can't talk now. It's too late on a Wednesday afternoon for me to talk at this point.
It's very late on a Wednesday afternoon.
Quote, we must determine whether a monkey may sue humans, corporations, and companies for damages and injunctive relief arising from the claims of copyright infringement. Judge Carlos B. wrote in the opinion for the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, we conclude that this monkey and all animals, since they are not human, lack statutory standing under the Copyright Act. The case involved a series of heart-melting snaps of Naruto, a grinning, crested macaque. Macaque. I love the sound of that monkey.
Yeah. That's the first time I heard that.
I love macaques.
Yep, you love macaque. In 2011, British nature photographer David Slater set up a camera in an Indonesian forest, and Naruto somehow tripped the camera himself. Slater was not on the scene. Essentially, the photogenic animal took his own selfies, argued the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. PETA sued Slater when he sold some of the photos in 2015. Always pushing the boundaries of animal rights, PETA argues that Naruto owned the rights to the photos, calling the images original works of authorship. Can we get any dumber?
Well, he gave 75% of the money he made off those pictures to that zoo or whatever.
To the monkey?
The monkey got paid.
Yeah, but I mean, it should have gone through an agent.
The monkey got paid and we aren't?
Yeah, that's not right.
No, the guy he sold him. All the money was going to him, and he gave money towards PETA taking care of stuff.
All right,
so are you just saying that, or is that the actual?
Absolutely true.
Really?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gave PETA nothing. They could have.
Well, technically, I don't think they got anything, but he did take care of the monkey in whatever kind of sanctuary or something like that.
Okay, well, good for him, but still, this is
the
fact
really
that this had to go to court, and we had to have a federal judge rule on whether or not a monkey can sue in a court of law.
But he looked good wearing a suit and a tie.
Yeah.
Did he have symbols? Kind of like.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is macaque cleans up nicely.
That's right.
He does. Yeah. You know what really struck me as I was watching Don read this story.
Or stumble through it.
Yeah, no, I was watching him read it, and then on the other side of the paper, there's all these other stories he's crossed out. Like, those weren't worthy.
We've already been through
this one.
We've already talked about
I thought you rejected those. Like, nope, let's do the monkey one.
We're going to macaque.
Let's just move on with this. I thought they got rejected in your review process, but I assumed there was a review process.
There's no review process. It's basically, there's a story, put it in. We got to kill some time.
Monkey with a suit on. 8:30, 8:07.
Court monkeys. We need that.
It was cute, though.
Yeah, well, it said macaque, so that made me giggle, and that has to be a story I include. Any story about macaque, I'm going to put in there.
Do a lot of
short story
jokes.
Very short story. And a comedy at that, or a tragedy.
Yeah.
Tragic comedy, Dale.
That's me.
Yeah. Tragic comedy, Dale. That's what I was calling you. Dale Shark.
The great white shark.
Yeah.
All right, next story. Let's go.
Next story. Yes, sir.
Keep them going.
For some reason,
we're losing viewers. I'm still on the viewer thing.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I'm losing sight that this is just audio.
I get what you're saying, and I agree. I should be on television.
I agree. Yeah.
Because at least
TV when we need them.
Yeah, at least when they're bored with listening to the crap we say, they might be able to look at us and make fun of us.
If they were watching us, it would be totally different.
Absolutely, yeah. There'd be a whole different line of boredom.
Yeah.
That's
For
right.
some reason, the animal kingdom must hate Dylan McWilliams. On Thursday, the 20-year-old resident of Grand Junction, Colorado, was bitten by a shark while boogie boarding off the island of Kauai, Hawaii. This is less than a year after McWilliams was attacked by a 300-pound black bear while camping in Boulder County, Colorado. McWilliams was about 30 yards from shore when he was knocked off his board and suddenly felt a searing pain in his right leg. Oh, and 3 years ago, he was bitten by a rattlesnake while hiking in Utah. Despite being a magnet for animal attacks, McWilliams holds no grudge. He just figures he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, apparently repeatedly. He should stop going the places. He should just make a list of the places he wants to go and then make another list and go to those other places. Because wherever he's planning to go.
What a week he's having.
Yeah. Yeah, man, bitten by a rattlesnake, attacked by a bear, and bitten by a shark. I think the world's trying to tell him something.
He's going to the county coroner.
Yeah.
Next is where he's going. Whoever it is that got elected.
Who won that?
We don't know who won it.
I'm hoping for the Libertarian, actually, because I think the government ought to step out and let people bury themselves.
Like I do.
Like we're all doing now.
Yeah.
We're
What's
burying
the legality
my show.
of like the signs that they put out? Can I go back and take them tonight? Like if I want some for myself?
I don't think so. I think it's illegal to tamper with.
Those are called tombstones.
What if
okay.
Oh no! What if
Those
like
signs? Gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely illegal.
What about like when the election's over tomorrow and they leave them out there? Can I take those? I want the wire.
I still don't. As soon
as we get out here at 2:00, I'll help you.
Yeah, I mean it's Wednesday.
it's Wednesday. The election's
why
over.
haven't these people picked up their signs? Yeah. And why don't we have any results yet for who's won county coroner?
Recount.
It's Wednesday at 1:41:14.
15.
15. I mean, didn't you know?
You got any more animal stuff?
Yeah, please put more animals in there.
How about the guy in Florida?
Right now.
The guy in Florida who got a felony because he was in the water and these two manatees were having sex, and he disturbed them by splashing water on them. And there's a law in Florida that you can't disturb the manatees.
Was he disturbing them, or was he trying to join in?
He got in trouble.
Really? What kind of trouble? Like, what's the charge?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What's the
disturbing
penalty for
a manatee?
Manatee disturbing.
How
it's like sea cow tipping.
Do manatees have a blowhole?
They have a suck hole.
They were busy at the time, though.
They got no arms, no hands. They got those little fins.
Yeah, they're kind of thick, though. That's in now. I'm just saying.
They're girthy. They are very girthy.
It's called plus size, Mike.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm all about it.
I shop for my manatee at Lane Bryant.
They're cute. I like them.
So do we know what the penalty was, or has he been sentenced yet? Is he just now being
No, he got
brought up
arrested
on
for it.
charges for manatee tipping?
Basically, yeah, he got arrested for it. I don't think it's settled, but it did happen.
So how do you splash water on a sea creature?
Well, they got to come out to have sex.
They
do?
just
walk up
Why
on
can't
shore?
they do it underwater?
Oh, God, Mike.
Because the blowhole?
You are so out
Yeah,
there.
you would think. I mean, you would think underwater, the weight changes, it'd be a lot easier for them.
They're more buoyant.
Because they got to get out so they can see the clock.
The what?
They got to get out so they can see the clock and know what time it is. Because she was saying, we got 5 minutes, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she was timing.
Yeah.
See, if they'd have stayed in the water, she could have just kind of like floated there, and he'd have done his thing. She could have even been asleep. He could have Bill Cosby'd it in.
Oh my God! You just invoked Bill Cosby in the manatee story.
You never know. You never know when Cosby's coming in.
Yeah.
See, and that's why you don't add to Don's list. And when you add things to Don's list, all of a sudden Cosby's here.
God. Can you even put the pills in their blowhole? I mean, I don't see how that even works.
From what I know, no, you can't.
I was just trying to fill time, not blowhole.
Yeah, I mean, you only got 16 minutes and 45 seconds.
A woman in Aurora, Colorado, has been cited for property damage after she allegedly used a 7-Eleven microwave to heat up a white plastic bottle filled with urine on Thursday morning. The bottle blew up in the process, and the pee ended up dripping out of the microwave, according to Denver NBC affiliate KUSA. When the bottle, because that's a very patriotic story.
Yeah.
When the bottle exploded, 26-year-old Angelique Sanchez allegedly left the convenience store. As you might expect, the on-duty clerk was PO'd. Because we can't say that on here.
It's a long way to go.
She told police she threatened to call law enforcement if Sanchez didn't clean up the mess.
If you don't take that urine out of here.
Yep.
Here's the thing. A week from tonight, I'll be at the Blue Note Bistro.
Come on out.
In Miamisburg. Following the pee joke.
So get on out. Bring your pee bottle, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's not that kind of show, because the Blue Note's a nice place.
I've never been. I'm
from
excited
what
to go.
they wouldn't let me in. I've watched from the outside. I just kind of pressed my face against the window, and I go, shoot, get out of here.
That's probably what I'll have to do.
They brought him some food, though. So it was good.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Good. It's a bistro.
Yeah. Well, it's got the hamburger wagon right around the corner there.
What's the difference? I mean, I'm Italian. I don't know what the difference between a bistro is and anything else. What's a bistro? What is?
I have no idea.
What is a bistro?
It's like a cafe, but it's Italian.
Well, why don't they just call it a cafe?
Because it's Italian, not French.
Aren't there Italian cafes?
I believe Don is lit up now. You had pissed him off.
That was
going back to the piss story.
Yep. Don't you talk about bistro.
He said, it is not Italian, it is French.
Don't you French up my Italian bistro, Mike.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yep, you're both fired.
I give up. Oh, that's French. That's French enough for you, huh?
That is French.
That's true, yeah.
Italian, too. They switched sides in World War II.
That's true. Did they switch sides,
Pretty
or were
sure
they just on the same
the countries
side?
moved.
The wrong side.
I thought they switched sides.
Oh, really? They just transported?
Didn't they switch to the Allies after they were with Germany?
Italians?
Yeah, I should know this stuff.
Once Mussolini was out.
Once they got Mussolini
then they did.
out,
Yeah, there you go. That's like a bistro.
I've got a plan.
Yep, only if you order the chocolate Mussolini.
He said, I think we should fight for the Americans.
Yep. If there's something going on here.
There you go.
Well, let's end it on a high note. A school superintendent in
Holmdel,
New Jersey, is facing some pretty crappy criminal charges after being accused of public defecation. Thomas Tramaglini, there's the Italian.
That's Italian guy. He did a bistro. He laid a bistro.
Yep, the superintendent of Kenilworth School District was arrested Tuesday morning and charged with lewdness, littering, and defecating in public, according to Patch, New Jersey. Holmdel High School staff and athletic coaches had alerted the school resource officer, quote, that they were finding human feces at or near the track and football field on a daily basis, according to the Asbury or the Dingleberry Park Press, something like that. Yeah. An investigation was launched. School staffers monitored the field until they identified Tramaglini, 42 years old, as the suspect. But Holmdel Police Sergeant Theodore Sigismondi, that's kind of Italian too.
Yeah,
so
it's New Jersey. I get it.
It's
you ever seen Jersey Shore?
They declined to tell CBS News how he was ID'd as the suspect or whether officers caught him in the act. Because if you're going to do a peace story, you got to end with a story.
He was 15 miles away from the school that he was the superintendent of. He went to his rivals to take a dump on their track.
Is this again fact?
Again, fact.
Really?
He went to the rival school and took a dump on their track repeatedly.
Like every day.
That's school spirit right there. But I do got to say,
I mean, usually you just have to take the mascot, right?
Yeah, we've got spirit. How about ooh?
I don't feel like he should have been punished because if you've ever been to New Jersey, he cleaned that place up. That's what he did. That place got way classier after he defecated on it.
His fecal material raised the value.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
$13.
And for that, it wasn't worth a crap. Yeah.
We were supposed
so
to end on a
close
high
to that
note.
high note.
We were getting on a high note.
I thought this is what it was.
If he would have
jokes is a
been
high
able to
note.
say
This
the
is
other word,
which one?
the S
Oh, yeah,
word,
yeah.
then it would have been totally better.
Well,
But you know
you
what?
know.
We're here. It's a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, we can't say those things on a Wednesday
can't say
afternoon.
those
I mean,
things on a Wednesday
if we
afternoon.
had a show like after 8 o'clock on a Tuesday, we might be able to get away with that crap. But not on this show.
That crap.
Wednesday noon to 2. We can't do it.
Can't do that crap.
That's right.
So
I agree. Well
Love
done.
the clock. I just want to. I can't
You
pull
can't
back
stress
about the
enough
clock.
that
I mean,
you-
it is a super. I mean, makes me want to get one.
I think it'll be on Mike's Twitter account later.
Yeah,
I
there you
didn't
go.
bring
You
my camera.
You got to take a selfie. You didn't
Can you
bring
guys
your
take a
cell phone
picture
or
of me
anything?
with the clock?
Oh,
and
yeah,
then we
I'll
can tag
get
me
you.
in
I'll
it.
get you. I will take.
I didn't bring my phone.
I'll hand you my phone. You can take a selfie.
How about
with
right now?
My phone.
We do it right now on the air.
On the air?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, that's just crazy talk.
Let's do it.
Here.
All right, so
Dale,
we'll
Dale,
go
give him the
play-by-play on
play-by-play.
this. Mike Canistero is now squatting in front of the and there he is, and then the clock's not even getting in the picture. Unbelievable. This is how that's how the macaque looked. That is exactly how the macaque looked.
Yep, there it is. Yeah. I will
I guess
post that later on.
I said
Exciting right there.
Well,
that was
I have my
live.
tagging turned off. I have to approve all my tagging now.
Oh, I always do that because
That's
I
Peter's
got
Father
tagged
Time.
on somebody's post a
That's
while back
Father
when they were
Time for
getting
you.
all crappy with me.
Oh, you know who? I mean, I could tell you the people who tag like 87 people. Alex Bowling. Hey, I don't want to say anything, but Alex Bowling. You know, those people made me have to do the approval tagging. And then there's stuff that you want to be tagged in because it's like something coming up.
Right.
And you have to like, oh my God, I was
Or there's a great
gone
clock
for 2
in
hours.
the picture with you.
Yeah.
macaque.
That thing is awesome. Love that clock. I'm going to make that a temporary profile picture.
Because it's not
24
worthy
hours.
of it's not worthy of a full time.
No, it's not.
No, just temporary.
No, because I haven't really reviewed it.
Well,
see how
because
good
it's
I
a
look.
clock.
I would
It's
put it
time.
on at the time of the clock. That's when you make it your temporary. So it'd be like, is that clock moving?
Just keep changing it, like photoshopping it out. This is.
Yep,
I'm
all the time.
sorry.
Why?
Sorry. No, I mean I
That's
know
the
I'm
best-
just sorry
that's the
that
best
I've.
moment of the show.
No, but I'm sorry that I talk so much about the clock, you guys. I mean, I really do like the clock a lot.
I know. I think you should come back with your camera and do a movie, and that way you could play it for 24 hours.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just like
Well,
live.
so you only have to
live
be
broad-
here.
I mean, I know that I was stupid right there, but I'm not going to live Facebook Live this.
But you
like
only
everybody else
Like,
did.
yeah.
you only have to you only have to
That's
be
what we
here.
were missing, Mike.
You only
That's
have to be here for 12 hours. You only have to be here for 24.
That's why you didn't bring your phone. There was the temptation to Facebook Live this show.
My phone is a track phone, but I have an iPod that's used to be my kid's, and it has a nice camera, and I could have brought it, but I didn't. I was in too much of a hurry. I was running late. I
haven't gotten-
apologize to
It
everyone.
is important to get here on
I
time.
apologize to everyone. Yeah,
I
it
haven't
is.
gotten Facebook Live to work yet because I'm
Really?
old.
It's pretty easy.
I
They
tried
make
it.
easy
I tried
for
it the last show here, which for you that would have been 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
But my last show here, I tried to do Facebook Live and it didn't work.
Good. That's a cliche, anyhow, Dale. Don't Facebook Live this show. I mean, come on.
Everybody does that.
Yeah. I mean, look, me. I got a microphone in my face. Whoa.
Yeah, but you still think you're on TV.
Yep, exactly.
I'm
Look
on
at
TV. Yeah, I do actually. That's why I was.
I'd like to thank all the viewers.
I
All
like to
right,
get a Pulitzer for this one.
Yep.
Because not only the TV, I also
Hope we
write.
get a Pulitzer. We're gonna win an Emmy.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, we're just gonna leave with what little dignity we have left. No. Thanks for listening this Wednesday.
At 8:53:26 or 1:53:39.
Yeah, 150. There you go.
Sure.
And Blue Note.
Blue Note, yeah.
Blue
Come
Note,
on by
yeah.
if you want in Miamisburg a
What
week
time?
from right now.
A week from right now. Right
Kinda.
now is in Wednesday or
Not Wednesday. No,
And
they'll
next
come by
Tuesday.
Wednesday. They'll come by Wednesday
yeah,
at
next
2.
next Tuesday.
Tuesday,
the
yeah.
15th. The Blue Note in Miamisburg. Get
Yep.
out there.
Yep.
And Memorial Day weekend.
Right. The 25th is a Friday at 8 o'clock. And then on Saturday, 26th, it's 7:15 and 9:30. If they just say, I heard Dale on the radio, I'll let them in.
Nobody's going to say that.
And Sperm
I'm
Life.
just kidding.
Sperm Life on YouTube.
Yep,
if I
check
could just
out the
plug
Sperm
it.
Life.
Sperm Life on YouTube. I got 3 more episodes planned. You're going to love it. You'll get like 8 views.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We will see you guys next week. And, yeah, that's all I got. Here you go.
Attention men, have you lost your zest for living? You tried the 5-hour energy drink, even the 6-hour energy. They didn't work. Forget them, because here at Strom's Pharmaceutical, we have developed an energy drink just for you. It is guaranteed to get you up and ready for action. Try our new energy drink. It's so good you'll want to keep it a secret. Now all you have to do is have an affair. Affair energy drink. It's so good, just don't get caught.
My name is Dr. Strom from Strom Pharmaceuticals. Now, I have found that I was in a rut. I was doing the same thing day after day, week after week, with the same people, with the same person all the time. I had to get some kind of way of restoring my energy. So we got together at Strom Pharmaceutical and we made the perfect energy drink. And I got to be the first one to try it. So as soon as we got it together, I went and I had my affair. Affair energy drink gave me energy of a 20-year-old and put a smile on my face.
Affair energy drink. It's so sweet, just don't get caught. Just listen to some satisfied customers.
Had an affair. Looking forward to having another one real soon.
Our hidden cameras at the gym with Steve and John.
What's up, bro? Bro, John, never seen you play basketball with so much energy. What gives?
Can you keep a secret?
Bro.
Don't tell my wife, but I've been having an affair.
Designed for men, but satisfying for women who want to try having an affair. Listen to what Tim had to say.
My wife has a lot of energy. I think she might have had an affair.
And just take a look at Roger and his wife Beth through our hidden camera.
Honey, you're looking really good. Are you doing anything different?
No, not at all. Actually, yes. I've been having a lot of affairs lately, and they are fantastic. You should really try one.
Well, how do you think I've dealt with you for the last 3 years?
Affair energy drink. It's so good, just don't get caught. We did not forget about those of you who live the alternative lifestyle. Try our alternative energy drink, a fairy. Bottoms up, boys. A fairy comes in the can.
We've got more testimonials. This is from Gary. He's from Moose Knuckle, Kentucky. He says, I liked it so much, I cannot wait to have another affair. Now we have Mitch from Last Call, North Dakota, and he says that he's had his second affair. And now he wants to have one every day. And this is from Jay in the Titties, Colorado. And he said, my wife caught me having an affair. Now I'll never have one again. But I'll still have the memories of that affair that I did have with me forever.
Side effects may include permanent smile that cannot be removed from face, may cause divorce in some marriages, which will include painful alimony and possible years of child support. In some cases with weapon availability, an affair may be fatal.
Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM with a repeat broadcast on Wednesdays from noon to 2, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments, feel free to email the life1069@gmail.com.
This is the meanest show I've ever been on.
No, it ain't.